Have you ever felt like pharmacology classifications are impossible to remember, especially the sulfonamides and quinolones? So many names, so many groups, and everything looks the same in exams. But what if I tell you you can remember all of this in just a few minutes using simple tricks? Welcome to Pharma Palette, where complex classifications become super easy with memory tricks. In today's video, I will teach you the sulfonamides and quinolones classification in the simplest way possible. So, even if you think you are an average student, you can still master it effortlessly. So, first of all, to remember the subclasses under this sulfonamides classification, just remember that SILs. Sulfonamides, subclasses, SILs, where S means it is the first class which is short acting. I means it is the second class which is intermediate acting. L means it is the third class which is long acting. And S means it is the last class which is special purpose. So just remember the word cells and the subclasses of sulfonamides are done. Short acting, intermediate acting, long acting and special purpose. So coming back to the short acting, so here there is only one single example and to remember that just remember the trick as dia. And for this intermediate acting, remember the trick as methoxo. And for this long acting, remember the trick as doxin and methopyrazine. Doxin and methopyrazine for the long acting. And for the special purpose, remember the trick as mass. So by using these tricks, let's try to write the examples. So in the short acting, dia means there is only one single example, that is sulfadiazine. Coming to the intermediate acting, if you remember this methoxo, you can write the example, that is sulfamethoxazole. So sulfamethoxazole is the only drug that is present under this intermediate acting. So coming to this long acting, so one example has the term doxin and the other example has methopyrazine. So one is sulfadoxin and the other one is sulfamethopyrazine. Sulfadoxin and sulfamethopyrazine comes under this long acting. So coming back to the special purpose, so remember the term mass, where M means it is the first example, that is mephenide. So remember A as acetamide sodium. So here the example would be sulfa-acetamide sodium. So coming to this S means it is sulfadiazine. So here the example is silver sulfadiazine. So one more S which means salazine, that is sulfasalazine. So these are the four examples that are under the special purpose. So let me just repeat this entire classification for you once again. So the sulfonamides are initially divided into four subclasses, and to remember the four subclasses, remember the trick as SILs, where S means it is the first class, that is short acting. I means it is the second class which is intermediate acting. L means it is the third class which is long acting. And S means it is the fourth class which is special purpose. Now coming back to the tricks, in the short acting, remember one simple trick, that is dia. And for intermediate acting, remember it as methoxa. And for long acting, remember that these drugs will be having the terms doxin and methopyrazine. And coming to the special purpose, remember one word, that is mass. So coming to the short acting, dia means it is having one example, that is sulfadiazine. And in the intermediate acting, methoxa means it is sulfamethoxazole. And for long acting, the examples are, one is sulfadoxin and the other one is sulfamethopyrazine. Coming to the special purpose, mass, where M means it is the first example, that is mephenide. A means it is acetamide sodium. S means it is salazine. S means it is sulfadiazine. So the examples are sulfa-acetamide sodium, silver sulfadiazine, and sulfasalazine. So this is the complete classification of the sulfonamides. So coming back to the next classification, that is quinolones antimicrobials. These are initially divided into two subclasses, where one, it is non-fluorinated quinolones and the second class is fluorinated quinolones, which are also called as fluoroquinolones. So coming back to this non-fluorinated class, there is only one simple example. So to remember that, remember it as non only one. There is only one simple example, that is nalidixic acid. So coming back to this fluoroquinolones, so this class is further divided into two generations. One is the first generation and the other class is the second generation. So just remember no cop for first generation and LP message for the second generation, and this fluoroquinolones class will be done. So by using these tricks, let's try to write the examples. So in the first generation, no cop is the trick, where N means it is the first example, that is norfloxacin. O means it is the second example, that is ofloxacin. C means it is the third example, that is ciprofloxacin. And P means it is the last example, that is pefloxacin. So coming back to the second generation, L means it is levofloxacin. L means it can also be lomifloxacin. Levofloxacin, lomifloxacin. And then P means it is prulifloxacin. Then M means it is moxifloxacin. S means it is sparefloxacin. Then finally G means it is gemifloxacin. Let me just repeat this classification for you once again. So the quinolones antimicrobials are initially divided into two classes. So one is non-fluorinated class and the second one is fluoroquinolones. In the non-fluorinated class, there is only one single example, that is nalidixic acid. And in the second, fluoroquinolones are further divided into two generations. One is first generation and second generation. In the first generation, remember the trick as no cop, and for the second generation, remember the trick as LP message. So in the first generation, no cop. So N means it is norfloxacin, C means it is ciprofloxacin, O means it is ofloxacin, and P means it is pefloxacin. So coming back to the second generation, L means it can be levofloxacin or lomifloxacin, P means it is plulifloxacin, M means it is moxifloxacin, S means it is sparefloxacin, and G means it is gemifloxacin. So that's it. That were the complete classifications of both sulfonamides and quinolones with simple tricks. See, pharmacology is not about mugging up, it's about smart remembering. If you can recall the cells for sulfonamides, NOCOP and LP message for the quinolones, you have already won half of the battle in the exams. But don't stop here. Imagine learning the entire classifications like this with tricks, stories, and zero stress. So make sure you subscribe to Pharma Palette and turn on the bell icon. See you all in the next video and thanks for watching.